everyone, to the third video of economics. Let's go ahead and take a look on how we measure the health of the economy. So you might recall that economics is a social science. It's a study of how we produce, distribute, and consume goods and services. And just like any other social science, such as psychology or sociology, behind those social sciences, we will find a foundation of research and data. And economy or economics is no different. We look at a lot of different stats and a lot of different research to determine the health of the economy. So let's go ahead and dive right in. I'm going to go ahead and break the series up into different videos because I started to create a video and it was like 20 minutes long. So what I thought I'd do is I would give you a little bit of a break. I'll break this up as well, just that way you can not hear my voice for 20 minutes straight. Take a little bit of a break and then come back if you're interested in hearing more about the health of the economy. But basically what we do is when we try to determine the health of the economy, we want to make sure that we're looking at different stats that will accurately measure its success. And so really the goal of any market-based economy is three things. Well, let's go ahead and take a look at those three things. And I'll jump back in just a moment. So the world's market-based economies, the United States is a market-based economy. 99% of our goods and services sold and produced fall under our market-based, and that's when supply and demand really controls the price of products, not necessarily the government. Now, obviously, we do have some government intervention when it comes to education and Social Security and other things, but 99% of the products that we buy in the United States fall under a market-based economy. And so a market-based economy has a goal of three things. We want to see growth. Companies want to grow, right? We want high employment and we want price stability. If those three things are positive, that typically means that our economy is healthy. I'm going to back up for just a moment. And so how do we measure if the economy is healthy? Well, we look at these things called economic indicators. These are stats. I'm a stats person. I love looking at numbers, and stats don't lie. People may lie about those stats, or they might present them in such a way. But at the end of the day, numbers don't lie, and they provide valuable information about the economy. So let's go ahead and take a look at some of the different stats we'll use to predict how our economy will do now and into the future. All right, so some of these stats or some of these indices that we look at are the unemployment rate. We look at the consumer price index, which is inflation. We'll also look at bankruptcies, gross domestic product, the GDP, stock market prices. So these are all numbers that we can look at and determine if these numbers are good, then it probably means that our economy is good. If these numbers are bad, then our economy is not so good, right? So let's go ahead and look at some of those stats. We'll start off with the goal over to the left. We know that the goal of any market-based economy is growth, high employment, and price stability. And then let's take a look at the indicator or the stat that will determine if we are seeing growth, if we have high employment, or if we have inflation. So growth, the goal is to the left, growth. And then the economic indicator or the stat that we determine if growth is good is what's known as the GDP, gross domestic product. We also look at high employment when when there are a lot of people at work, they're working, typically means that our economy is good, right? So we'll look at the unemployment rate. And then last, price stability, when our prices are not increasing too quickly. That means our prices are stable. They're rising at the rate that they should. 1 to 2% every year is normal. So if our prices are stable, that also is an indication of a healthy economy. When we have high influx of prices, otherwise known as inflation, that could be a sign that our economy is not doing well. I don't know why it's not showing up here, but we measure price stability by using the consumer price index. So we will look at those three statistics or indicators: GDP, unemployment rate, and the consumer price index. All right, I'm going to go ahead and finish off with this video, and then I'll create 3 different videos: the GDP, the unemployment rate, and then the consumer price index. Thank you.